My name is James Mwaviswa from Nakuru, and currently I'm the Secretariat for Creative Economy Structure Nakuru, and also representing the Technical Working Group as currently I'm the chair, not really, but interim chair. So what we do in Nakuru, basically we cover the 14 sectors. For us, we've grouped them into sectors. We have 14 sectors which we represent. Also, we do mentorship, we do capacity building, we do trainings, we also do networking on behalf of the creative sectors. We also do mapping for the same. Each year we do mapping. Also, we provide a platform for networking for the creative industry. And also, in case of funding, when any grants, that's what we also work towards on with the creative industry. Creatives are change. That's what I would say. Creativity and change equals each other. Creativity and change. In this perspective, where anything that you want to change in the society, it starts with creativity. Any challenge that is there in the community, it needs transformation. It needs a mind to think. So that's, for me, creativity and change goes together. In our perspective, like creatives, we are the people who will bring out change. Because we speak to hearts. Even you could see during 2007 to 8, when there were a lot of instability in the country, people were killing each other. The creatives were the ones who were bringing peace, who were preaching peace and healing hearts. Even during COVID, entertainment was the in thing. People are at home, but they need entertainment. So the creative industry is all about healing. It's about change. It's about transformation. For me, currently, the status of creative economy in Nakuru, we've been able, during COVID, for the last 1 year, 1.5 years, we've been able now to come with a technical working team that is representing now the establishments and also the organizations that are working together for the sake of the creative industry. Why we did this is because we wanted to speak in one voice, and then also we wanted also to capitalize on the numbers, doing more mapping, inviting other new creatives that are coming on board. So currently, that is what we've been working on, coming together and forming a technical team that now heads every other creatives in Nakuru, rather than working on individual organization. Everybody looking for themselves and working out from themselves. So we brought everybody together, the establishments and also the organization together for the sake of the creative industry. One of the things several things that I would say about why being the output and the good news is having a sitting with our governor. It was a good thing because now he saw an organized team. And since the evolution, there's no day that the creatives have started with the governor. So that was the first time that we started with the governor. It was 2 months ago. And we deliberated on a lot of things. One of the major things was developing a culture policy for Nakuru. And actually, together with Toweza Communication, we've been able to also look at how we're going to do a draft. We borrow it from the national policy and make it, customize it for Nakuru, then later to be a bill and to be a law. This will assist us also to channel issues to do with budgeting, challenges to do with how we're going to address, how we're going to work with government, since now culture is devolved. But one of the major things that we have across, not even in Nakuru, the challenge of issues to do with IP. We've been having challenges actually with financial management for the creative industry, understanding their worth, understanding even when they go to negotiate with government, how you're negotiating with government. For the past years, we've been championing like we need money. But now the question is, why should the government invest in us? Because government cannot just give you money. What is the return in investment? So those are the gaps and conversations that we're starting in Nakuru. So currently, soon we'll be calling also partners like Toweza Communication to come and also celebrate with us for a culture policy in Nakuru. One of the things that let me appreciate the technical working group in Nakuru, in Nairobi, because we actually borrowed like the structure of it, and also most of the mentorship that we've gotten, myself and also the team, came from the technical working group here in Nairobi. Also, we've been, that is the kind of, we've been, but it was on a kidogo thing, yeah. It was not broad, but little by little we've been getting that mentorship to just start on and move. But in the future, I'm looking at how we could actually partner together to build the capacity of Nakuru creatives, yeah. Like an example, like today we have the Activism Week. We should be now devolving this from Nairobi, you know, most of the things that we need to devolve. An example is just like recently, last year, January, before COVID came, we were able to host UNESCO in Nakuru for the first time, devolving it from Nairobi. So also we need to also to see all of these activities to being devolved in Nakuru. So that is the thing, that most of the activities that are being done in Nairobi, if you can do it in Nakuru, I think that is one of the partnerships you can do. The other thing is in capacity building of the creative industry. I know we need a lot of work in actually capacity on issues of IP, financial management, issues of budgeting. How do we budget ourselves? How do we vouch for ourselves in budgeting? How do we participate on public participation? Do we understand the budget cycle in government, in national government and county government? How do we involve ourselves? What do we champion? What do we bring on the table? So I think those are the conversations that we really need as we partner together and partnership with other organizations. That is what we could look forward to build, because I know in Nairobi, at least creative industry is growing. You know, but now in Nakuru would want that kind of a partnership, because one, apart from Nairobi, we are the one who are organized. Yeah, I mean, we are organized as the creative industry. Because now even the county is appreciating us coming together and having a technical team that is working now together with government. And we've seen change. The Department of Culture cannot work without us. Then they used to work on their own, I mean, and just calling us for events. But now they're also inviting us to actually now even plan with them. Even as we wait for the city charter, we are planning with them. How do we do how do we plan? How do we imagine the city, that celebration to be? They have brought us on the table for us to imagine how it can be, you know, and also planning with them. So I think it's high time for bigger partnerships to come now, for us to build the industries together. For us, we are lucky because our governor has done a master's in literature. The wife is a playwright and also a book writer. So they really understand the creative industry. And I thank God, because out of that, the governor said he's gotten a team to work with, you know, that understands the industry very well, because we are the key players. What I would say is, as much as the county, I'll be honest, as much as at a point the government really don't really understand how the industry works, understanding what we bring on the table. As we speak right now, Nakuru is at 2.1 billion. The creative industry, all the 14 sectors, the creative industry itself, in Nakuru only. So we are in a good place, I mean, to negotiate. You see, when we work also with the figures, he was very amused, like, how? I mean, these guys, they know, they understand the industry. And that's one of the things that was our take home, that now the governor is understanding our industry in figures, because we also have really build ourselves on understanding government language, and through their programs, you know, we are part of it. You know, he actually directed the director of culture and also the chief officer of culture and the culture. He directed them to now work together with us. You see, because that is the beginning point. But again, there's more to be done, because for us and where I sit, I think before the end of the year, a policy will be a plus for me. And I know it will work for the creative industry. I know. And there's a willingness, because we are pushing a policy and a bill at the same time. So I know it's a tedious job, but you see, when now the county understands our industry, things move very easily. But it's a long journey, but we are equal to the task. Yeah.